Well, hi, all my friends. So, what did I tell you? It would be on the news, you know, all about Trump's, immigration law thing, right? So, yep, that's the thing that's on the news that everybody's talking about. And sorry, I'm just trying to get this. Sorry, I'm wiggling around everywhere. It's on Fox News anyway. And then, of course, in MNBC or whatever, ABC Alphabet Soup news station, griping about how the CNN news reporter that's always there and the White House representative going at it back and forth, Look, let me just tell you something. I, a long time ago, helped sponsor a young man from San Salvador to come here to America. He came here legally on a visa, and then tried to get a green card, and and then later was able to get on the I don't know, it was like 7 years or something track of trying to become a citizen, and he was able to bring his brother over and eventually his sister. But anyway, he hadn't seen his mamacita for a long time, and he missed his family and everything, but his English was very good, okay? Enough that he got a great job in an insurance company. He started working at places like McDonald's and just worked his way up, like we all do, But he escaped definite persecution because of the war that they had going on down there. And if you've done any, if you were interested in what, it is worse. It was Venezuela is worse than what was going on, but it was pretty close. Okay, people were dying all over the place, and so he escaped and made his way somehow all the way up into the United States from San Salvador, and he was poor. Okay, so I give kudos to those people who want to come here to America. But again, it's a privilege to come here. And he somehow did it legally and had no money, okay, and spoke English, because they do teach it in other countries. Hello, we're the only dumb country that doesn't teach enough. You're lucky if you get 1 semester of Spanish or 1 semester of English or 1 semester of this or that. And then that's it, like in middle school. When they should be teaching it at a young age, that's when we're absorbing everything and picking things up and able to do it. Anyway, I've already talked about this before in another video, but you know what I mean? So, again, it's a privilege to come here to America, and we have a lot of countries that do disrespect us, Thomas. You're absolutely right. Because of what's been happening, and so forth, just thinking that they just can come here willy-nilly, and break their visas, and we don't have enough people to police that and so forth. Anyway, okay, so enough of that. I got a comment on Facebook on how to do a couple of songs, so I'm going to take a look at those songs and see if I can't bring those back again. They're oldies but goodies, and I'm so kind of excited to try to do those. And I do hope that you're doing well. I think about you guys, especially ones that write in. I don't know the rest of you. I don't know what you're going through. But I believe everybody's going through something, and it's nice to know that people out there do care about each other and that we're not so self-absorbed in our own lives that we can't reach out to others. You know, touching each other physically is life-giving, Jesus says. And then also, I did talk to Howard Storm, and he was able to. He didn't tell me the. He didn't tell me the name of the book yet. I haven't gotten that back from him just yet. I wanted to. Oh, okay. I wanted to share with you what he had said. Okay, there he said, we're editing my book for publication. It should be available in a week or two on Amazon. It is a long process, he says. And so I said, what's the title? And he hasn't got back to me on that just yet. So I asked him some other things too. And what else? Okay, well, I'm not finding what it is, but I thought I had all of everything I wrote to him in one little thing. I'm sorry, I'm just going all over the place. I'm just trying to find the, I'm going through my messages to him. Anyway, one of the things that he said to me is that what Jesus told him is that how the world is going to change is that there is going to be, millions of people loving each other, and that is how the world is going to change. Now, what is God? God is love. God is wisdom and love and truth and goodness. What do we have in our hearts? Love. That's us relating to the Lord, okay? So when we feel love and compassion and goodness in us, that's us relating to heaven and to the Lord working through us to other people. Isn't that cool? Right? Okay? So that's Jesus in us working. So if we give love to other people, and they give love to others, and they give love to others, we win. Simple, right? Profound. But that's what Jesus told Howard, and that will probably be in his book, I'm sure. So we're in chapter 16. I don't know if I have enough time, but I'm going to try to get at least one chapter in. And this is a long chapter, so I'll do my best to try to finish it. Okay, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations, and say thus, saith the Lord God unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan, and thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother a Hittite. Whoa. And as for thy nativity, in the day thou wast born, thy navel was not cut, neither wast thou washed in water to supple thee. Thou wast not salted at all, nor swaddled at all. So he had no helper at birth, okay? None eye pitied thee to do any of these things to thee, to have compassion upon thee, but thou wast cast out in an open field to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou wast born. So he was tossed out. And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thy own blood, I said unto thee, when thou wast in the blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. So divine compassion for him. And I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased and waxen great. Thou art come to excellent ornaments. Thy breast are fashioned, thy hair is grown, whereas thou wast naked and bare. And now when I pass by thee and look upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee and covered thy nakedness. Yea, I swore unto thee and entered into a covenant with thee, and said, the Lord God, and thou becamest mine. So, he's talking about Israel here, spiritually. And then I washed I thee with water, yea, though thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee, and I anointed thee with oil. Excuse me. I clothed thee also with broidered work, sod thee with badger skin, I girded thee with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, I put bracelets upon thy hand, and a chain on thy neck. I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thy ears, and beautiful crown upon thy head. Thus was thou decked with gold and silver. Thy remnants was of fine linen and silk and broidered work. And thou didst eat fine flour, honey, and oil, and was exceedingly beautiful. And thou didst prosper into a kingdom. And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty, for it was perfect, through my comeliness, which I had put upon thee, saith the Lord God. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty, and thou playest the harlot because of thy renown, and pouredst out thy fornication on every one that passed by. His it was. And of thy garments thou didst take, and decked out thy high places with divers colors, and played the harlot. Thereupon like things shall not come, neither shall it be so. Thou hast taken thy fair jewels of my gold and of my silver, which I have given thee, and madest to myself images of men, and didst commit whoredom with them, and took thy broidered garments, and covered them, and thou hast set mine oil and mine incense before them. My meat also, which I gave thee, fine flour and oil and honey, and wherein I fed thee, thou hast even set it before them for a sweet savor. And thus it was, saith the Lord God. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and daughters, whom thou hast borne unto me, and those that had sacrificed unto them to be devoured. It is this of thy whoredoms a small matter? And that thou hast slain my children, and delivered them to cause them to pass through the fire for them, Moloch. And in all my abominations and whoredoms thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth, when thou wast naked and bare, and was polluted in thy blood. It came to pass after all thy wickedness, woe, woe unto thee, saith the Lord God, that thou hast also built unto thee an eminent place. Thou hast made thee a high place in every street. Thou hast built high place in every head of the way. Thou hast made the beauty to be a whore, and hast opened thy feet to every one that passeth by, multiplied thy whoredoms. Thou hast also committed fornication with the Egyptians, thy neighbors, great of flesh, and hast increased thy whoredoms to provoke me to anger. Behold, therefore I have stretched out my hand over thee, and have diminished thine ordinary food, delivered thee into the will of them that hate thee, the daughters of the Philistines, which are ashamed by thy lewd way. Thou hast played the whore also with the Assyrians, because thou wast unsatiable. Yea, thou hast played the harlot with them, and yet couldst not be satisfied. Thou hast moreover multiplied thy fornication in the land of Canaan, and unto Chaldea thou hast, and yet thou wast not satisfied therein. You speak English, Margie? Oh. Okay. Sorry. How weak is thy heart, saith the Lord God. Where am I? Oh, I have to stop. Okay, so that's a good place to stop. All right. You have a blessed day. It's Thursday. Woohoo. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.